diligently since May. They've gone through a lot of questions and answers. They've had public in there. I think that's the way to bring about a solution. You're doing it in the open. You're doing it with public input. And you're doing a good job right now. So I think that part of that is part of what I can bring and have is open. One of the things I like about the school committee is couple. But one of the things I like about the school committee is our first meeting of every month, they have a half hour dedicated to public input. I think that's very important because in front of the selectmen, you very rarely see people unless there's a complaint that they have. Okay? I like public input because let's face it, you have people out there that all walks of life. They all have ideas. They may have solutions to some of our problems. Not just the people on this board or any board that have all the answers. So I would promote that we get people in more at the selectmen's meetings to discuss things with us. Even if that means we come in 7 o'clock as opposed to 7:30. You know, have the half hour and meet with people and find out what their solutions may be. Does that answer your question? Thank you.
Yeah. I got a question. First of all, I want to say, having actually run for a school committee last year, anybody who's even run for a public office, let alone succeeding or winning and in serving in the town, to be commended because it's a huge commitment of time. And even for these citizen groups, it's a lot of work and a lot of time, and we're all very busy. My question to you, and I would ask the same thing of Mark, is we all know how much this job demands. Do you have the time?
Yes, I do have the time. I don't have children in the school system. I enjoy coming to the selection meeting and enjoy working with the town. Since May, I've worked with, and then again at the ESPC meetings, the CBC meetings. I work with the cultural council. As a matter of fact, I'll be doing a discussion here on Tuesday night for the regional cultural council. I enjoy this type of work. As I say, it keeps me from snacking at night, and God knows I need to stay over.
One of the things you stated in your political ad is that you would never support any tax override. You talked a little bit about overrides and operational versus capital issues. But I'm wondering, and you kind of addressed this a little bit, but maybe more specifically, your stance on layoffs and or staff reductions to town employees in the town. That's a large budget item that we have.
Right. And quite frankly, I've learned a long time ago, never say never, so that obviously flips my energy. You have to be a little bit flexible. I mean, in my own life, I don't spend more than my needs. Okay? And when I watch other people's money, I'm even more careful than that. As far as layoffs go, I don't believe, for example, working with the Department of Public Works. Department of Public Works works overtime on Saturdays based on grants that they get. And they've been very successful getting those grants over the years. And last year I mentioned at budget time, I asked Dave Hanlon, can these grants be used for hours 1 through 35 as opposed to 36 through 30, whatever, or 40. And they did. So, we need a good grant writer. Obviously, Dave does a good job. Schools, there's availability of money. And some of that may be drying up, but we need to look at different areas to tap, quite frankly, to get more money in. The Berry Center will not be ready for 4 years. We won't be able to do anything there for the 4 years. So we're going to have to become innovative in the acquisition of funds and in the spending of funds.
Okay. So within that, because you talked about 3% contractual negotiations, if it comes down to construction negotiations staying in place, make it 3%, would you support or would you vote for a layoff or reduction in staff?
Well, we have to do within the budget constraints. If that would be the last thing I'd want to do, like that. Okay? The reduction, you know, I mean, the employees have a lot of direction that they can use, and they're the ones who can vote to ratify the contract. Quite frankly, so does the taxpayers. We can bring to the taxpayers the budget that needs an override. If they decide not to go for that override, we have to go back and work with the union and with the employees. You know, the townspeople have the final say.
Kind of as a follow-on to that, another issue that come up, and actually Selectman Rowe kind of wanted to bring this to the fore. How do you plan on dealing budgetarily with the growing commitment of the town towards town employee retirement? We've got a couple of bubbles, and there's a few more coming, with large numbers of employees retiring. What methods do you have, or what methods would you come up with for funding that retirement?
Again, funding the retirement, in the past, we've incented people to retire. I don't think that we should do that any longer. We should let people retire when they want to retire and take the benefits at that point in time, rather than incentive. That's one of the things that I think.
Shift gears just a little bit on that heavy stuff. A couple questions following up from the points you made on this. You mentioned the people in the town of all walks of life in town. I'd like to get the idea of how do we foster public participation so the town can tap into the resources and the talent that lives in the town?
Well, again, having an open session with the Board of Selectmen hopefully will bring more people in to talk to us. Volunteerism, I find, is a very good way for people to meet each other. I think the meetings, if you will, the Ipswich River Park picnic, bring a lot of people from town together. I've always thought that would be a good place to start, start to have themes or that people working volunteerism there. I know that we have people look for donations for certain causes down there. People, the Ipswich River is interesting. There's about 40% of the people come from out of town. I'd like to see more people down at the Ipswich River Park from town. And while they're there, it's a good time to try to tap those resources. Certainly, I mentioned the cultural society, cultural council. I was at the library one Friday night, and the historical society had a presentation about diners on Route 28. The place was jam-packed. Sunday there was a concert, and there were about 30 people. And so you have to try to zero in on what people want. There's a meeting coming up, again by the historical society regarding the elders in town and their experiences in town. It's very well participated. I think that when you have people together in those types of atmospheres, that's the time to try to find out and get people to volunteer, find out what's going on in town, to give them programs. I would say that use of public TV would be better press, because there's no public TV now. I think there's one program by the high school, program. And I think that's it. Maybe we need to start using that more, and not just for our meetings, but thrown on and on, just like this.
All right, well, we're coming near the end to wrap up. Two more questions. One, an issue that's coming up recently, actually, in the Andover paper is in the coming year, water rates is going to become an issue for North Reading. Andover is discussing several options for dealing with the cost of increasing water production selectmen, what do you see that you'll do, or what would you plan to do with water?
Well, first of all, I'd like to get the guy who raised this, put the real water problem. Anyway, that, I'm glad you asked, because that's been one of my pet peeves, it's been real for about 20 years, and it was borne out 2 weeks ago in the Sunday Globe, that the next World War will be over water rights. Okay, so it has been one of my concerns. I've watched, globally, if you will, you have to watch what's going on as far as water resources. When I was in New York in 1971, I noticed everyone has a bottled water. That's here now, obviously. When you go to the stores or Stop and Shop, people leaving with gallons of water. We pay, I believe, 120% of the residential rate for every gallon of water that the town of North Reading buys from the inlet. I'd like to have been a salesman and get the commission on that. But we get it from, a lot of people don't realize, our overflow water comes from the Merrimack River. I, as a member of the board, always promoted conservation, water conservation. And that, it has to start, watering the yard during a rainstorm doesn't really conserve water. And people do that. When I go for a walk in the morning, it can be sprinkling out, you have people watering their lawn, or, a sprinkler is set for every other day, and, when it comes to the 31st and it starts at the first again, they're off cycle. No one pays attention to it. But when we start paying the exorbitant water rates that we will be paying, we have Swan Pond. And Swan Pond is actually a reservoir for the town of Danvers. It goes into Middleton and then out to Danvers. That's all regulated by the state. The resources that we have in town have to be carefully utilized. We have to, again, conservation. And we need to start doing more of that. We're building another water tower to keep the water pressure, so maybe people can, instead of taking that long, slow shower, they can take a faster, more powerful one. That'll work for me. But we have to start investigating and really keeping track of our water resources within the town. Because when it all is said and done, it's going to get real political about getting all the water and be allocated from the Merrimack River. So, and as I said, and I'm sure the police are unhappy with the number of calls that I've made, probably a week from down to this person can be set off.
Okay, this last question I'm going to ask you kind of to slide into your closing with. During your tenure, you were dealing with an issue or a question of ethics, and that's come up again during this new administration. So based on your experience, what is your opinion on specifically Selectman Murphy's emphasis this past year on avoiding the appearance of impropriety and trying to keep the conflict of interest out of the board of selectmen?
Well, I wholeheartedly agree with you, Murphy. As you may recall, that question was asked of me when I was first on the board. My company sells municipal software, and we were requested by George Dow to letter sent to my company, and I came down because this was my region. And when I talked to George, I said, George, is this going to be a conflict of interest? And he said, no, a lot of people are out to the town clerk's office to fill out this form, which I did. And it was presented to the town clerk at that point in time. I called the ethics board, and the person I talked to said, no, it's going out to public good, so there's no conflict of interest. After, when the board discussed it, they felt that there was the appearance of impropriety. I called the ethics commission again, and they said, well, it could appear that way, and, best